And we back! Dallas Mavericks missed the playoffs. It is something I did not see coming. I don't think many people saw coming since they were in the conference finals last year. Now, a lot of things have changed, like losing Jalen Brunson to the New York Knicks and eventually trading for Kyrie Irving. I'm here to rebuild this team. The only difference between this rebuild and some of the other ones we've done on this channel, I typically have like a direction in mind. I have no idea what I'm doing with the Mavericks today, but I know it's going to end in us getting the championship, whether that's next year or in 20 years. We going to make it happen. So leave a like, subscribe, and let's do it. So they lost last night game against the Bulls, which was on purpose. You know, they told Luka Doncic to sit down, but we win the last game against the Spurs, whatever. And B wins MVP in this universe. Paolo wins Rookie of the Year. Emmanuel quickly wins Sixth Man of the Year. DPOY goes to Joel Embiid. Trey Murphy wins Most Improved Player. And Coach Bud wins Coach of the Year. All right. We don't care about none of this other than the fact that we do have All-NBA first team Luka Doncic, even though we missed the playoffs completely. I think the real question is, what do we do with Kyrie Irving? Are we re-signing him with, the amount of money that he potentially want? Oh, the Warriors are back in the finals as the 8th seed, by the way. They went against the Lakers. Oh, man. This is kind of crazy. They went against the Lakers in the conference finals, 1-7, and that last game was a 1-point win where LeBron put up a 50-point triple-double but lost because Anthony Davis fouled out in 21 minutes and didn't really have an impact, and then Wiggins came back from his hiatus, and they had the more team-oriented thing and won this game. That's kind of a crazy Game 7. And then we have the Cleveland Cavaliers going to a Game 7 against the Miami Heat, who still get a lot of love in the game, but the Cavaliers win. And then the Warriors repeat. Is this happening in real life? Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. I don't know. I'm also filming this a few days before the video comes out, so I know you're looking at the seed and like, how did that happen? It's all fluid as it always is. Okay, we have to figure out what the heck happens with Kyrie Irving. Because if we do not re-sign Kyrie Irving, we have a decent amount of money, but it's not max contract enough. We're not going in there thinking that we signed in the best possible free agent, but we could potentially do some things to make it a little bit more money. But I think the first thing we have to do is go to this draft lottery because we missed the playoffs and our pick is protected a little bit. I think it's top 10 protected, and right now we're projected to have 10. So as long as OKC, Toronto, Minnesota, or Atlanta don't move up, then we should be in a good spot. We end up keeping the 10th overall pick. Okay, that opens up the door a little bit. Now, we did load in the 2023 NBA draft class, and let's see where they're projected to go number 10. Now, of course, the draft class ain't perfect, but it's saying Asar Thompson, or Amin Thompson in this one, or Tevin Smith. I don't know if any of those dudes will actually be there. I have to figure out what we do. I do want to mention these are not hyper-realistic because if they were hyper-realistic, we probably would never win a championship. It's hard to rebuild a team in real life if you did not notice. The one thing I want to do before even the NBA draft is I got a few contracts I want to try to send off to different teams one way or another. Like, I think if we trade away Davis Bertans to $17 million, it could go a very long way. The only problem is it ain't going to be teams willing to trade for him. Luckily, it is only 1 year left, so that makes it a lot easier, and it's a team option. So, we can find a team that's tanking a rebuild and they got some space and say, hey, will you take a second-round pick to just help us out a little bit, Spurs? Or some other team with a bunch of money that's not looking to actually buy a free agency? I think in real life, you'd have to pay more than a second-round pick to do it. I think it would honestly cost you a top 10 or a first-round pick to get rid of Davis Bertans. But since it's the last year, I'm going to offer him that trade and open up some money. Again, not hyper-realistic, so don't be mad. It is what it is. All right, let's get into this NBA draft. We're going to see Vic go to the Orlando Magic. Brandon Miller goes 2. Scoot goes 3. Nick Smith goes 4. Cam goes 5. Both of the Thompson twins are off the board. We take Anthony Black here. Great playmaker, perimeter defender. The offense is a lot to be desired. Only 19 years old. We're going to take Anthony Black, man. We're going to take Anthony Black and hope that he develops or use him in a different trade to keep Luka happy, which I think should be the number one thing on our priority list because he can request a trade at any time. So we end up doing that, and I think that's cool. Also, the Jazz traded Lauri Markkanen for, I think it was the 6th overall pick. So the Wizards have Lauri Markkanen now. That basically means that like Porzingis or Kyle Kuzma are going to be free agents because there's no way they got the money to do and keep both of them. So that makes it a little bit more interesting for us. So we don't want to bring Porzingis back to Dallas, but Kuzma, on the other hand, kind of would be nice. Now, of course, we have the money to go get Kyrie. He's looking at the Orlando Magic at 3 years, 137. I don't know if I want to match that. I do have the opportunity to. Not match it, but offer him something and more. I don't know if I even want to. Because, yeah, we open up some cap space to go get a Kuzma potentially. Now, he wants about $20 million. And if we offer Kuzma that, we'd still have an additional $20 million to work with as well. So I kind of like the idea of Josh Green going into the next season as our starting small four. We need some type of center play more than anything. Because I'm letting Christian Wood do whatever the heck he want to do. A Jakob Poeltl can be a nice way to keep somebody around that's decent. Brook Lopez would be perfect as a DPOY candidate, but he's going right back to Milwaukee, which I don't blame them. Vucevic wants $23 million, which is a lot of money for a 32-year-old. I was interested in Vucevic at least a little bit, not at $23 million, because if we give him that 23, we only have $15 million left, and then boom, the rest of our team is kind of weak. So I kind of like the idea of Jakob Poeltl as an option. He's going to be relatively cheap at about $12 million. He's only 27 years old, and I can get him for a little bit less because he's got no offer. So we're going to try to bring Jakob here. Jeremy Grant only wants about $14 million. And if I offer him that, I still, with Jakob's contract, would have about $10 million. And I was talking about Kyle Kuzma being the dude. Would I rather have Kuzma or Jeremy Grant alongside Luka? Jeremy Grant's three-point rate, I think it boils down to the three-point rating, honestly. 84, while Kuzma's is 77. Kuzma's maybe not the move, and he's more expensive. He is 2 years younger. I think this is low-key kind of a no-brainer then. I'm going to go out there and try to get Jeremy Grant for the low as well. Shout out to the Spurs, because if they don't take, who did they take? Davis Bertans, none of this is possible. So, Kyrie, I wish you nothing but the best of your next team, whatever that team may be. And Kuzma's still here. And we got about $14 million to mess around with. Play progression does pretty good. Jeremy Grant jumps up 2 at the age of 29. We'll take the type of progression. We also get Josh Green jumping up 2, which is good because I wasn't sure how good he could potentially get. Now, they did not give that man any badges still. Jaden Hardy jumps up 2. I think Jaden Hardy is going to be a big portion of our team this season. Oh, we also signed Kelly Oubre. We just had the money. I was like, let's go get a shooting guard. And then Dante DiVincenzo with $11 million, which is like our mid-level exception. Tim Hardaway Jr. is still here, and yeah, these other people just kind of exist. We probably have to go out there and sign another center on the minimum. I knew that JaVale McGee was going to drop. I didn't think he was going to drop to 73 overall bad, so we can go out there and get somebody else. Now, this is kind of like a placeholder team as we try to figure out what's going on around the league, because as much as we like some of these dudes, I mean, if the right name becomes available across the league, best believe, even though we like Anthony Black, Russell Westbrook don't got a job right now. As much as we like Anthony Black, he'll be on the first, you dig? The first flight to the next city. Oh, there's no center that we can even go get. That sucks. I mean, Derek Favors, I guess, is technically better than JaVale McGee. So there's that. I'll make it a 9-man rotation under Jason Kidd, who low-key might get fired this offseason. We'll give him one last chance. And yeah, the team isn't good. I think it's make the playoffs good. First game of the season against never mind. The Thompsons went in his first game 19 minutes, 27 points. He gave us the work. And this dude who we drafted and then released because we didn't want the money. That's his revenge game. He deserved it. He deserved it. Shout out to Noah. Shout out to Noah. You get your little revenge game. And Luke had to put up 40 and still lost. That's fine. That's fine. Game number 2 is against, another team that didn't buy. Oh, they did buy a little bit. They got Fred VanVleet and all of the juniors across the NBA. All of them. We might as well trade them Tim Hardaway because they got Tata, Porter, Martin, Smith, and Smith. Unrelated. But my job is to go to around the trade deadline and just keep my options open to figure out what team could potentially be selling a really good piece. I honestly think that Anthony Black here, as much as we might like him here, could be the saving grace for us to hit the next step. Right now, as long as we say a playoff team, I think we can look at it and say we're doing good, but the goal is to be better than good, obviously. That's what I mean. A selling Brooklyn Nets team. They have 13 wins on the year. They got Claxton, who they re-signed. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Claxton's a free agent this offseason. And as a guy that has a series on YouTube, on my Kenny 2 channel, I know Claxton is he's a flight risk. I'm likely want to resign. Never mind. So just in my series, he wants to be traded. But they trip him. But I mean, even Mikal Bridges. He's kind of stinky right now. But like, when you give him the right shot tendency, because they don't got that man shot tendency like he got traded. Look at that. When you give him the right shot tendency, he can be nasty. Same thing with Nicholas Claxton. If they're selling, we would be buying. Another selling team is the Spurs. They got Porzingis, so we gave them the extra $17 million, and they still went out to go get Porzingis, which I admire their front office for doing something. But yeah, the Clippers always are selling. I don't have any room to bring in Paul George or Kawhi in the last year of the deal, so we keep it moving. And those might be the only teams that are selling. And I think we prioritize selling right now because rebuilding don't really mean much, even though that means that De'Aaron Fox might become available. It's interesting. I just got to say. Okay, all right. I think we've prioritized. Oh, we just beat them too. We prioritized trying to do a deal with the Brooklyn Nets again. Last time we did a trade with the Brooklyn Nets, we got Kyrie Irving, which did not go the way we wanted it to. But the Claxton piece is so interesting to me because he is what we would want with Luka as far as centers go. This year, Jeremy Grant is averaging 20. He's doing good. This is one of his best. This is his best year when you counter his points per game and efficiency numbers. Jakob is giving us a block and a half per game, which we'll take in about 10 and 10. Kelly Oubre is okay. I could have messed around with Josh Green's tendencies a little bit for him to average more than 7 points per game. Jaden Hardy's pretty good off our bench. We like Jaden Hardy for the near future. I'll tell you that much. Anthony Black averaging 10, 4, and 4. And low-key the shooting and splits ain't as bad as I thought they could be from this dude. But, you know, he ain't safe around here. He's not safe around here. I think I have to go survey my options. And the first one is looking at Mikal Bridges. They want Jeremy and Kelly Oubre. Oh, my God. Well, this would give us exactly what we wanted, but we'd be giving up a lot. In this hypothetical, I would love to keep Jeremy around. I think Jeremy staying on the team is quite critical to what we want to do. So I'm going to keep Jeremy around. I do have to make up about $10 million, and that $10 million could be Maxi Kleber's contract. Now, the problem is we'd have to give up draft capital, which I'm not opposed to doing because I think that these two players, we're given the right amount of PT and opportunity, these two players can really help us. I do want to keep looking, though. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s contract is pretty big. He's having a good shooting season, the best shooting season of his career, which is pretty good. And now that I see that, maybe I don't want to move him, but that $18 million is kind of hefty. If I throw, I can't trade that pick, but I can trade 26 and 28. So maybe we throw those and Lonzo Ball and Patrick Williams. Woo, that would be kind of nice. Yeah, we got stuff like this, but like the Miami Heat are a good team, so why would they do that? Again, this is not in the world of ultra realism, but I'm also not just gonna. The Heat aren't very good. I'm also just not gonna do a trade just because it's cool. And Bam Adebayo and Luka do sound cool, but like, if I wanted to do that, this video would be over. I would have traded I would have re-signed Kyrie, traded Kyrie Irving for another superstar, but that's not our role. Forget the trade finder then. We're actually gonna go back to talk to the Brooklyn Nets about if we can snag both of them. Now, again, it's not in the world of ultra realism, but it could be interesting. I would be willing to give you Anthony Black, who's 3-star value, and then who did I say? Oh yeah, Maxi. They want these 2 first-round picks, Black, Oubre, Maxis to make the contracts work, and then we could be pairing. I mean, that's a no-brainer deal, right? That's a no-brainer deal. We still keep Jaden Hardy to come off our bench and score for us a bunch eventually. Yeah, Mikal Bridges and Nicholas Claxton. Now, that is, Nicholas Claxton is a flight risk for sure. But I'm willing to take that chance. Oh, Josh Green hadn't even started. That makes sense. So, yeah, I like it. And now Pirtle is like a Super 6. And we like Pirtle a lot, but he ain't safe as far as next season goes if things don't go out this year because of that contract. But, like, our core is kind of intact other than we have to just convince Claxton to resign at the end of the year. But once we do that, this core has the potential to be really good as long as we give Mikal Bridges the touches he deserves, which is what we're going to do right now because there's no way he should not have a shot tendency of at least about 85. You know why I'm here? I'm going to do some of these other players too because I think Josh Green should at least have a 65. You know what I'm saying? And then Hardy, I need him to come off the bench and score a bunch. So I'm putting his shot tendency to the 90s because his role is to come off the bench and do it. All right, we were already a solid team. We were the 3 seed. I mean, what if we win a championship this year? We do have Luka, and I do want to remind people, Luka's nice, and I mean really, really nice. And first game with Mikal Bridges, not the greatest, and then Claxton, maybe not the greatest either, but we won. We have the league MVP Luka Doncic on the team, 27, 11, and 9.5. Good splits. Brandon Miller wins Rookie of the Year. 6 man goes to Tyus Jones, Lonzo Ball, DPOY. Shout out to the guards out there. And we got an offer for him and Patrick Williams that we said no to. We could have got him and got DPOY. 2.5 steals and 1.5 blocks. Sheesh. Garland most improved, JB, Luka, of course, first team. That's it for us. Okay, so we ended up being the 1 seed post trade. Oh snap, Luka, is it happened? And the Claxton's upset. Alert, Claxton is upset. What are you upset with, buddy? That's not ideal because he's unrestricted. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. Can we get you more shot attempts in the playoffs to keep you around? Or did they change it? He is starting still. I don't know, bro. All right, let's just try to win a championship, and we don't have to worry about none of that if we win the championship. Simple as that. That's it. That's scary. Mikal Bridges, after we increased his shot tendency, jumped up to 15 points per game. We'll take that for this year. Next year, if we don't win this year, then I need you to go crazy. Did we turn this team around just like that? We're going against Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. They have a 68 overall player guarding Luka in the playoffs, so good luck. Good luck with that. Luka should average 60. First game, not nearly 60, but you don't need to drop 60 if you win it by 20. I needed you to drop 60 this game. Luka, and that guy, he outplayed you. Where's he at? What is his name? I don't even remember what his name was. Jeremy Roach. What did Jeremy Roach perform last season? Not season. Am I tripping us? Did he not play? So he's a starter and he didn't play. I do not see the name Roach anywhere. Okay, all right, next game. We win this one. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, did I just have a moment? I don't know. All right, keep simulating. This team's not good compared to us. Let's get out of this first round. Let's get out of this first round, like I said. There we go. And now we're going against the defending champion Golden State Warriors, who I do not. Was I looking past Roach's name the whole time? Am I losing my mind? I do not know. I'm sure that Draymond Green is coming off the bench because he starts to regress. Nope, Draymond Green's gone. They must have traded him for Pat Connaughton. Yep. Draymond Green plays for the Bucks, right? No. Where is Draymond? It's not important. It's not important. It's not important. Hey, they don't have Draymond no more. So the big three that they talked about for years and had won a lot of championships, they are no longer. We're in the conference finals, man. We're in the conference finals. Go against who? The Denver Nuggets, who just came back down 3-1, if I'm not mistaken. They have the same roster, but no KCP. Instead, it's Brucey Brown at the 2. We might do it. We might do it right now, and this will be the short 1-year rebuild because we have Luka, and Luka's a whole different level monster. 2-1 us, 3-1 us. We're in the finals. Look at that. Going against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers, who made it last season. Or was that the video I filmed before this? Don't know. I'm going to say it was this and say it confidently. Back-to-back appearances for the Cavaliers. They lost to the Warriors last time, and this time, hopefully, they lose it to us. But they have most improved player Darius Garland and 391 overall players, and that is more than us. Claxton is coming off the bench right now. Is that why he's upset? Because coach don't know who to start. Lucas also, I'm sorry, going through an injury right now. I did not see that. He is, but it's day to day. It's the playoffs though, Lucas. So I'm gonna need you to like do and play. I'm gonna give you actually more minutes. Luke, I need more minutes. We're here. I don't want to come back next season if Claxton is threatening to walk in free agency. We lose this one by 12. We lose the next one by 12. I'm trying to think about matchup-wise. We already got Mikal Bridges on Donovan Mitchell. He's our best defender. We already are starting Claxton for defense in the paint. Tim Hardaway Jr. is cold so far, so let's take those minutes completely and say, Mikal, we need you to play more. And Jeremy, we need you to play more. And Claxton, we need you to play more. It's down 2-0 to taking a game. All right. The convincing, almost 30-point win. There we go. Good one. Come on, man. 2-2 series. 3-2 Dallas Mavericks. We won game 1 and Mikal Bridges. But Brooklyn Bridges don't exist, but it's in Dallas, and I can't think of any alliteration with Dallas and Bridges, so no. We got it. 1 game away. Ooh. Game 7 is here, Luka. Emo with a huge game. Also, Darius Garland with a near 20-20 game. This is a game 7 on our home floor. Let's see. Are we the home team? We are not the home team. We are in Cleveland for this game 7. And I need to Jaden Hardy. You might be having a very good series. I need some of those minutes, man. I need some of those minutes too for you, Pirtle. You know what? Let me look at Pirtle's stats real quick because he might be good. I mean, he had a near triple-double in game 3. He didn't shoot the ball well. Oh, no. I don't even know why I'm overthinking it. Claxton has been a better player. Give Claxton some of those minutes. Luka, no substitution time for you, buddy. No substitution time. I know you're still fighting through whatever. What injury is it so we can have an excuse in case we lose that Luka was going through? A bruised left shoulder. Yeah, man, don't only reason y'all won because Luka had that bruised left shoulder. If he ain't had that bruised left shoulder, we win that finals easily. Just preparing myself for if we lose. You know? Here we go. In Cleveland. It said Luka Doncic is injured, considering adjusting the rotation. Scout, do you understand we're in a game 7? He can rest after tonight. Win or lose, he can rest after tonight. This is not the time to be telling me to rest Luka Doncic, because if we don't win this game, then we probably lose Nicholas Claxton free agency. And we're down by 20. The only reason we lost is because Luka Doncic had that bruised left shoulder. He had a 17-14-17 game. Sheesh. Would have liked more shot attempts. All right, we were there, though. We were there. And if we can bring back Claxton, then I think we bring our team back to the finals, right? That's how it works. And you know what? I think we could have won it if Jason Kidd wasn't our coach. No disrespect, but I feel like Jason Kidd held us back. And his contract is up. So you know who we're going against. Going to get the big mofo, the best coach in the history of basketball, Michael Stofford. 100% a real person that coaches in real life. All right, Claxton. Please come back. That's our whole season depends on if Nicholas Claxton comes back. Is not interested in negotiating. It's not interested in negotiating. It was the trade was still worth it because we made a finals appearance. If Luka don't bruise his left shoulder, this video is over and we won the championship. But since he did bruise his left shoulder, we might be losing Claxton. I'm gonna try to do this quick workaround and hopefully it does work. Claxton, please, please. Nope. All right, Claxton, we didn't need you anyway. I mean, yeah, we kind of did. Luckily, we still have Jakob on the team. Now, the best possible thing for us is that he's got 0 offers still. Now, I don't know if because his market is not good, would he even consider it? He still got 0 offers, bro. Just come back, even if it's on a 1-year deal. Stop being stubborn, bro. Anthony Davis went to the Bulls. Hey, Claxton would rather be jobless than come back here to our team. That is crazy. Now, we did sign Kevon Looney. That's the Claxton replacement. But I cannot believe that man would rather be jobless than be on our squad. Now, I understand not having an affinity for a team, but not even on a little 1 year? Get halfway through it and request a trade? Who is your agent? He got you looking stupid at free agency right now. I hope he was learning Mandarin. I swear I hope he was learning Mandarin because I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I'm going to try to do that thing where you get people to sign for $1 million off of that contract. He's insulted by the offer, as you should be. But, I mean, I ain't above it. I am not above it at all. Now, obviously, that does hurt a ton. I think the one thing we have is trading Day'Ron Sharpe because now that we have Pirtle and Looney, we don't need the 3rd string center. And he's about to be a free agent too. So we're going to throw him with JaVale McGee's contract early in the season. Tim Hardaway Jr. too. I mean, that's $20-ish million in contract. So maybe we keep them all around for now. And we do the same thing. Once the deadline comes around, we see who's selling the rebuilding. And we try to pounce on that. Because when you have Luka Doncic and stuff, you're going to be good enough to compete at least for a playoff spot. So we'll always be decent enough. And we just need that one person to fall into our lap again. Like last year was Mikal Bridges and Claxton. Just that one person to fall into your lap. And then, boom, you feeling good. I'm raising the shot tendency of some of our dudes here. Because I need them to have good seasons. First game of the year, Wiseman went there. And we lost to our guy Kelly Oubre, who gets his revenge. Shout out to him. And Anthony Black, he's a 78. So he ain't even progressed too much since we drafted him. Nuggets are selling. We don't have the assets to go get Jokic, even though that's a dream. We also see that the Pelicans are selling. And you know who's nice? Brandon Ingram. You know who's on the last year of his deal? Brandon Ingram. So we about to repeat last year with Nicholas Claxton? Maybe. I don't know, maybe. The Raptors are also selling. Scotty Barnes is on this rookie deal. I don't think that they're going to give me him or trade me him, and nobody else on the roster. I mean, they got some cool people, but not enough for me to think it's putting us over the top. Why would you be buying? Oh, you're buying because Ja's injured. Oh, he off 4 to 6. You're not making the playoffs, buddy. He's out 4 to 6, and it's the All-Star break. He might not be back into the playoffs, which y'all not getting into. We're trying to go get Brandon Ingram, man. Trying to go get Brandon Ingram. I will not learn my lesson when it comes to trading for people on the last year of their contract because you never really know how they're going to feel. But $36 million is actually a lot more than I remember Tim Hardaway Jr. in that. We got to make a 15. Oh, okay, we're good. Because we got JaVale McGee, which, I mean, I might have to throw in Josh Green, low-key. JaVale McGee, got to make up $8 million. I don't want to give up Loon, dog, because Loon has been doing his thing for us, bro. He's averaging 3 and 8. Come on, man. I didn't know it was that bad. 3 and 8. Okay, yeah, I'll throw Looney in. That's rated RB. Obviously, we don't have the assets right now, but this is where we start thinking about our potential draft capital. Now, we don't have a ton of it. We have 25 that we can't trade and 29 that we can't trade. Oh, okay. Brandon Ingram's not coming to the team. that's what we need to know. Okay, so that's fine. We got no draft picks, but we do have Day'Ron Sharpe and Tim Hardaway Jr.'s contract. All right, you know, we're not going to get an all-star, but we might be able to get something. So, you know, I said, oh, they ain't got nobody I'm really interested in. Oh, you know what? We don't need that because we got Dante DiVincenzo on the team and Jaden Hardy. So, you know what? We don't need Gary Trent Jr. shooting and scoring, even though he's averaging 17. And Isaiah Stewart would have just came in and be better than some of the other people. Okay, that trade is dead. But the trade for Aaron Gordon, again, 1-year deal. So it's a 1-year rental. I ain't mad at it, though, because Day'Ron's on the last year. And same thing with Tim Hardaway Jr. So it's 1 year for 1 year. They were selling, and now we have Aaron Gordon. I was going to say who starts between him and Jeremy. Jeremy's averaging 18 points per game, and Aaron is averaging 15. I'll probably still start Jeremy, you know. I'll still start Jeremy. I mean, our bench unit is kind of OC, especially if we're making a 9-man and not some of those other dudes. Because I basically look at Jaden Hardy as a backup one. You know what? Let's just officially make him a backup point guard because, yeah, his overall stays the same. That's what I see him as anyway. So, yeah, Josh Green and then Aaron Gordon and Jeremy both can run 3-4. So Josh Green has some backup there. Backup center, of course, is Loon Dog. And then we got Dante DiVincenzo, who's going to do his thing. Now, I would love to have a little bit more depth in case Luka bruises his left shoulder again. But we're already really good, right? We're the 1 seed. We just made an addition, I think. And we should be better. Yeah, we should be better. Look at Hardy. No passing, straight getting buckets. You love that. Kind of on easy mode when Luka Doncic is winning MVP every single season. So now we got Coach of the Year. We just need to do our thing to continue to put the right team around him. Could this be the year? Paolo and Vic both make All-NBA. Dang, they might be nasty. Did they make the playoffs? Because sometimes that happens and the team don't make the playoffs. They're the 6 seed, so you'll take that. We stood on our ground as the 1 seed. We ended the season on the 7-game win streak, which we love. And we here to win it, man. We here to win it. We here to win it. And we want to see the Cavaliers again because we want our revenge. Is Dame still around? Dame is still around with Anthony Simons, but the rest of the team not so great. We did let Christian Wood walk, and he ended up there. I want to see where Claxton ended up. Charlotte. How is that working for you, buddy? Oh, from the play-in to they made the actual thing. Shout out to Claxton. I mean, would I rather have you here? Yeah. And there's a lot of centers over there in Charlotte between Mark Williams and all of those dudes. I can't believe you went there. Oh, they're starting them together. Oh, snap. They said we're going to match the big guys over in Cleveland with the big guys here. And you know what? This is a series. It's 2-2. I want to see them win. They're up 3-2. Game 7. They won. They took out the defending champions. Oh, Claxton is out for revenge. Claxton is out for revenge, y'all. Oh, my God. Almost a 30-20 game from him. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We might see y'all. I don't think y'all going to make it that far, but hey, we might see y'all. Zach LaVine is in Houston with Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun. I'm guessing their bench is good, too, because they're going to have, like, Tari Eason over there still. Yeah, Tari Eason is still there. They got Kobe White. So they did some things. Is it good enough to beat us in the playoff series? The answer so far is nah, not even a little bit. I mean, maybe a little bit. They took a game. OKC. Now, OKC, another super young team, but now with this player progression, they got Vooch at the 5. So Chet is coming off the bench, or is Chet injured? Because, again, injuries are on, and Luka got injured, as you remember. He had a bruised left. All right, I'm done. I'm done mentioning that bruised left shoulder, but that is the reason why we ain't win. Yeah, he's out for the season. Tough break for them. For us, oh, they won game 1. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, come on, stop playing. Oh, what the heck? Luka didn't get injured this time. Oh, they got who did get injured? Oh, we're missing our starting small forward and our 6-man of the year candidate who was averaging 18 in the playoffs until this point. So yeah, when you have people like Stan the Man, he ain't looking too bad, or Azubuike, who we had literally 0 small forward minutes right now. They want Dante DiVincenzo to start. Instead, I'm gonna put Jeremy Grant in there. Jeremy Grant is starting. We're down 3-2, so we need our best players to play every single minute. I'm sorry. Aaron Gordon is dealing with an injury. He's averaging 6 in the playoffs. Hyperextended right shoulder, bro. We got the worst shoulders in basketball. And that's funny because I've also had multiple shoulder surgeries. So it's fitting that I'm the GM of the team and everybody on my team is messing up their shoulders. All right, this is a game 6. And OKC. We're going to force a game 7. It's an 11-point game. Yeah, we're going to force a game 7. Beautiful. I don't like that it took a lot to get that to happen, but here we go. I'm hoping that, oh no, fractured eye socket. Boy, if you don't put a mask on and go hoop, man, and then broken right leg. Oh, those dudes are not coming back. We got to win this without them. We got to win this without them. They are not coming back this season. Even though putting on a mask is something we see all the time. Luckily, we up by 1,000,000 points in this one, so we feel good. We're going to the finals. They were too young and weren't ready. Luka does it. MVP. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, it's not even just Luka. Man, our team looks bad. And we're going against the other 1 seed who, oh my God, did they trade Lonzo Ball for Jaylen Brown? Did Lonzo Ball get traded for Jaylen Brown? Oh my God, what's going on in Chicago? The Bulls they got the 7th seed and lost in the first round. But the Bulls have Anthony Davis, Jaylen Brown, DeJounte Murray. Jalen Terry's a player, though. At 22, he's a player. Hey, it's a warning sign for y'all that don't keep up with the Bulls. He's a player. What the heck? How did they spun this roster around so quickly, bro? And Jaylen Brown got traded for Lonzo Ball. And Jaylen Brown in the playoffs averaged 25 on 54, 50. Man, here we go. NBA Finals. Game 1 is a win for the Dallas Mavericks. Luka, have an all-time series, bro. Jeremy, we love that from you. 31 points from Jeremy is something we kind of need. And then he went down to drop to 9 points. Okay, all right. If you give us 20, we win that game. And I know you can give us 20. Oh, close. Hey, we will take 17 every time, especially if Luka's giving us 19 assists with 0 turnovers. Can we do this without Jaden Hardy and Josh Green? They don't even get rings. Broken eye socket. You can't put a mask on and go hoop. 2-2 series. Okay. Luka, I need more than 15 points. I need more than 15 points. You know what? And we already been adjusting the minutes. I'm adjusting them even more. Stan the Man should not get any minutes, bro. He should not get any minutes. These guys should not get any minutes. I'm sorry. I'm giving Luka all of them. Nah, close to all of them. Aaron Gordon's been good. Mikal Bridges has been good. Here we go. Game 5. Huge win. Huge win, Luka. Huge win. You got one more game if you play it the right way. One more game. And he played it the right way. Luka Doncic is a cheat code. We had 2 real rotational players get injured, and we still won the last 2 rounds of the playoffs and won. Underrated MVP, 6 offensive boards for Jakob Poeltl, and we won. That's how you build around Luka. You make some bad trades and then hope that Luka carries, and he did.